Yo, and here we go, another episode of We Talk Music on the air and in your ear. And once again, I'm often joined by the king of the casters, Mr. Brett Podcast. Today, Brett, we're joined by some entertaining, lovely, talented gentlemen.
That's right. We have OCT on Company Time, the man band, Luke, Peter, and Vinny. Hello. How are you guys?
How you doing? How's it going? Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being on the show. It's always great to have talented musicians, and you guys really are talented musicians. I mean, underneath the veneer of comedy, I mean, you're really good at what you do.
Thank you so much for lying. That was awesome.
I wish my dad felt the same way.
Well, it is true, though. I mean, your stuff is funny, but if it's not catchy, it's not going to work, and it is catchy.
Yeah, that's like our whole model. We just want to make good music, and we also like making each other laugh. So it just worked out that we do both.
Yeah, our motto is we make bangers that happen to be funny.
Yeah.
So then, where did the band come from? Like, how did you get together to say yes, this is it, we're gonna do this?
Well, it actually, Peter and I are brothers. We have the same mother and father, and Vinny was delivered to us by Stork.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
True story.
No, we actually we
A strong stork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have no idea. Literally,
This is a big story.
yeah, massive.
It's a prehistoric
Pterodactyl size.
Yeah.
Prehistoric, did you say?
Yeah, it was like a dinosaur size stork.
Yeah.
Historic. Yeah, I gotcha.
But we worked at the same company for a little bit, thanks to Peter, and yeah, we just started staying after work some days, and we realized that we all liked making music, so that was sort of how we got into making stuff. And Vinny did a lot of comedy sketch work on TikTok and Instagram, and so we just integrated that into the music, and it all kind of just happened naturally like that. It wasn't really a big plan. We were just doing it for fun originally. Honestly.
Yeah, there actually was no plan.
Yeah.
This is just so organic, baby.
Getting interviewed for this is actually wild to us because we really we've always just been messing around, and it's very, very cool that anybody wants to hear about that.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So how does it work then? Do you come up with a concept for something and go, this is funny, or do you come up with the music, or what is kind of the process?
Yeah, so it's basically, we'll it's the music first. We want the music. We want it to sound good, and normally the context or the theme that we come up with, it's inspired by the sound. So, we'll just, whatever the genre is. I mean, typically it's synthwave, 80s stuff that we do. But yeah, the context is filled with the music.
It's just always funnier if the song is great. Like we think the biggest joke when you listen to these songs is not necessarily like, we have a song called Half Horse, Half Man. That alone isn't that funny of a concept. But when you make a song of what we think is a great song about something as silly as a half horse, half man, it's just like, it passes the concept being the joke. And really the joke is like, why did they make this song so good about something so dumb, Yeah,
the song has no right being that good.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
They didn't have to go this hard. That's
yeah.
I like, for your question, like what comes first, or like how's the process? Like, I kind of view it, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but
we will.
Like sort of like there's three avenues. We have a million different concepts, and we write them down, and we write to each other, what about this concept? And then we have a bunch of different musical concepts. And so when the lyrics match the song, and the song matches the vibe that we're going for, that's when we have a track that we want to release. But like a lot of time you have great ideas and you have bad music, or you have a bad idea, great music, and they got to match. So yeah, that's kind of how we do things. I feel like, that's because we have a bunch of different musical ideas. We like, as soon as we make something, we're constantly humming, we're making chorus. We know what it's going to sound like, but we kind of got to match the concept to it.
That's the hardest part. We have way more music than we have like concept ideas for that music.
Yeah.
It's finding the funny thing to make the song about is actually the hardest part of what we do, because we love making music. That's why we do this. And so that's the easiest part. It comes out no problem. And then it's like, okay, we have this great instrumental. We have this great top line over it. We have this great hook, but no words really to it. And it's like, okay, now how do we take all that and make it funny? And it's that's the biggest challenge.
And the lyrics have to match also the genre of the song. Like if it's an upbeat song, the lyrics have to match that. So like we can have a funny concept, but it's like, oh, genre wise, this like doesn't fit a cliche or like doesn't fit the vibe we're going for. So it's very like, we have to make a lot basically to find the track that like works perfectly for us.
Well, who does come up with half horse, half man then? Because that is out there. I mean, I was like, I never would have thought of that concept.
Yeah, it really depends on that particular song title. It came to me, but the story then behind it and like everything that we created around that, it's all we do everything together. But it's like, yeah, a lot of these ideas do come from one of us saying some stupid thing. And then it's like the other two guys are like, okay, yeah, that is a stupid thing. Let's make something cool around that. And so just depending on the song, like we just put out one called Frictionless Wipe. And that was Peter's little brainchild. And then we had another one called So Sick of Giving You Up, which is about wanting to quit vaping. And that was Vinny's. And but like we all do everything. It's just, the idea comes from usually one person and then the three of us develop it.
Do you sit there and go, okay, that'll make a great music video? Do you think of it that way too? Like, because I mean, you guys have done some entertaining videos.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely is like something that we're always thinking of. We're like, okay, this is like a great idea to listen to. Now we have to find the way to make this music video like incredible. But it's always a thought. It's always a thought. Whatever idea we make.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
One of our rules is like. And I'm drinking his coffee. One of our rules is like when we're writing, it has to make sense if you close your eyes. So like we always have the video in mind 100%. Like, but sometimes we get carried away of like, oh, if the joke needs the video, then we don't do it.
Yeah, and we've definitely been there before.
100%.
Many times.
Because like it would be fun, like we're like, oh, it would be funny if the lyrics go this way, but the imagery is completely different, And so it's like, yeah, but if you close your eyes, it's not funny. So it has to be funny on both mediums. Like that is like
the joke has to land no matter what way you're like ingesting the content, whether you're watching the video or listening to the song. You have to be able to get everything and see it all, regardless whether you're watching it.
Yeah, dude, that's fire, right?
Yeah,
it's because it's so easy to like be writing a song and then say like, it's like, oh, and then like when this line is said, we'll show this.
Yeah,
but then we'll be like, oh, but you know what? If someone's not watching this video, then they're not going to get it. So now it's not as strong. It's not as strong like in the world of the creation.
The science of comedy and music. Who knew?
Yeah, no, it's
we didn't. We were figuring it out as we go.
We're trying to get our PhD.
How do you establish like when something is going to land as funny?
Wow. Actually, that's an easy question. If all three of us laugh at it, if one of us writes a line and the other two guys laugh at that line, then that's the best part of being in a group, especially a group of like people that you trust creatively. Because if Peter and Vinny laugh at something that I say, then that's all I need to know that like, okay, the world is going to laugh at that as well.
Yeah.
We're good like sounding boards for each other to feel out whether something's funny or whether it would miss or not.
Yeah. And we have like short laughs and long laughs. Like we'll do like
big laughs and small laughs.
Like red laughs and blue laughs.
Blue laughs. Yeah, excellent. I knew that was.
No, but like we have like it's like, oh, that's funny right now, but tomorrow it won't be funny. Like, or like for the idea, like we're laughing right now, but for the idea it doesn't fit the idea. Like there's a ton of like we're laughing throughout the whole thing, but it's like really is like, are we laughing directly at the idea? Like keeping the idea center is really hard. Like, because, you can make a million jokes about a half horse, half man, like it's selecting. We've got less than 3 minutes to convey this idea and
make it funny,
tell a story. And that's it, so there's not a lot of room for fluff.
But we know we've struck gold if we have, which is my favorite type of laugh, a momentum laugh. And that's when we're just like rolling off of idea. Like we hit something in the concept that like is inspiring the rest of the story. And we have like just a crazy moment of just like driving constant jokes. We're like, this is it. Yeah. We have it, And sometimes it takes that moment to be like super confident in it. But like we normally get there.
And once that happens, we don't think much about it. It comes pretty quickly. Once we know what we're doing is funny and we have the concept and we have the music, it takes us, an hour.
Do you all write the lyrics together then? Or Luke, do you do most of the singing? Do you write the majority of the lyrics, or how does that work?
We pretty much write everything together. And if we don't write it together, it certainly goes through all three of us before it gets approved. So there have been like songs that one of us has written the majority of, or thought that they were going to write the majority of, and then the other two of us get our hands on it and we change a lot. So we don't live in like super close proximity to each other. So there are times where we work individually, but it's never, everything is a collaboration. Like there's no, from the writing to the production, to the directing of the videos, to the editing, like everything, we all have our strengths for sure, but nothing is done in a vacuum. Like we do everything together.
And we hold hands.
Yeah, we hold hands, we hug.
Oh, it's nice. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's brotherly.
That's how you make a strong team.
Yeah,
you always have to hold hands with your teammates.
Yes, I mean, teamwork makes the dream work. I mean, that's what we know. And so, what are your individual roles then within the band?
Vinny's the handsome one,
as you can tell.
Peter's the cute, shy one. I'm the self-proclaimed fearless leader. No, I don't know. Peter does a lot of production on he's an insane producer. But yeah, the writing is sort of it's divided pretty evenly. The only reason I do the lion's share of the singing right now is because I did that silly voice on our first song. The Don't Touch My Clogs, I did a voice on it and people seem to like that voice. And so we've ran with that voice quite a bit. But beyond that, Vinny also is an incredible editor and director and knows film a lot better than we do. But it's not really to say Peter's the producer and I'm a singer and Vinny's a video guy is so not what it is, because we really all do everything. It's just we all have different strengths.
Yeah, we'll each of those things that he's saying, one of us might lead it, but we're all doing it together. We're all we've all taught each other so much too. That's the great part of this process is that we filled each other's holes
while holding hands.
As I was coming out, I was like, "Oh, God damn it!" But it's true.
No, that's the title of your next song, right there.
I think that might be the next song. Yeah,
I don't want to sing.
Yeah, you can make that one, David. Actually, but honestly, it is true. It is true. We help each other out a lot, and we made this perfect team.
I didn't know anything about editing before we started this, and I still don't really, but I know the process way better than I ever did. And like, you weren't a super versed music producer.
Worst on the mic you've like recording of all time, but they taught me so much.
Yeah,
dude.
we've just like all learned from each other. We've gotten a lot better having worked together. And
I was perfect and fully formed when I joined, but
he hadn't hit puberty yet. But besides that,
This book's a lot deeper now.
yeah.
When I first met him, he was like, "What's
So then, I mean, every one of your videos, it seems like on YouTube, every one of them is growing in views. And I mean, you were talking about millions of views. Like, how does that feel from your perspective?
amazing?"
Yeah, it's corrupted us. We're looking to get lost in the fame.
Yep.
And lose ourselves completely.
Probably about 700,000 of 1 million views is us. We love watching her.
It's a really sad. This is the saddest statement of all time. But I don't even know if I should say.
No, go ahead, dude.
My top listened to Spotify artist last year was us.
I'm all over my For You page, and it's all OCT. But that's because we're really proud of what we do, and it's.
Hey, look, if you're not your favorite artist, then what are you doing?
Yeah, for sure.
Come on,
that's a factual. Yeah, but but it really is awesome to see that like the world loves what we're making. And to see like these numbers, it's proof of concept that that people jive with on company time, and there's plenty more to come.
But honestly, they're just. I don't think it's hit us really because they're just numbers on a screen. Like, we haven't done any shows in real life, so like we haven't seen the actual reach of what we made.
True.
Like, it's still, we wrote our first songs in this room that we're like sitting in right now, and we still like nothing has changed process wise or like life wise.
Our life is just exactly
the same as it was when we started.
Get it more.
Yeah, no problem.
But
you're welcome. Blessing you.
We're doing some shows in May, so we're excited to like actually see real people who like know these songs, because right now it's just us and like our parents.
Yeah, we're really excited to do like shows and stuff. We can't wait to see people like sing, like actually see people singing our songs.
That's crazy to even think about.
I know. I'm so excited.
It's gonna happen though. I mean, you're gonna have people out there who are singing along and who know the songs like front to back, and I mean, it's gonna be probably be a incredibly surreal experience. But I mean, it's just a testament to what you guys are doing is hitting. And where do you guys see it going from here? Like, where is there long-term goals, or is it just live in the moment?
Well, we would start the new world order, and we would take over the planet with on company time. Yeah, essentially
become a Sith Lord.
Yep.
Oh, that's not bad.
I mean, May the 4th be with you. After all, it is National Lemonade Day, so
it is National Lemonade Day. That's true.
May the 4th be with you. We want to take this as far, like we're certainly not just in this just to screw around. Like, this is the most important thing in our lives right now, and it's what we take the most seriously, and we want to take it as far as it possibly can go. We're working around the clock to make that happen, and we don't know where it ends up. We just know that we're not going to stop relentlessly working on it until it gets as far as we can make it go,
And not that it hasn't been like done before, but we would love for like comedy music, like our brand, to be something that you're hearing like on the radio, and that's why we do what we do. We make the music good and like the music's good and funny. But like it's the secondary. Like, we want this to be like on the radio,
So what's a live performance going to be like, and who are you going out with and touring with first off, and then what are you going to how are you going to put on a show?
Great question. You're going to have to come and find out.
In other words, we don't know.
Yeah, no, we're opening for Kyle Gordon. And it is, this is our first live performance. We're super excited about it. It's May 14th, right?
15th,
15th, 16th, 17th, and we're going to Minneapolis, Chicago, Columbus, and Pittsburgh. And basically, our show right now, it's kind of just perform. I mean, I don't want to give anything away here, but it's
we're the opening act.
We're the opening act, yeah.
So there's only we're limited to how much we can do on a production scale.
Yeah. We have bigger ideas though, for sure.
We certainly know what our tour is going to look like when it comes time to that. But for these particular shows, we're just getting our feet wet with performance and getting through these songs and, working on just being on a stage and with real people and singing these songs. That's what we're rehearsing right after this.
We're rehearsing it. It's got a little choreography. It's got a little crowd work. We're trying to make this an experience.
Totally.
I was looking at some of the choreography in your videos, and I was wondering, if you brought in a professional and worked for hours with them. I thought, that's what I figured. I figured it was probably, you hours with one of the top choreographers in New York, and
that's how it goes.
The guy who did all the choreography for the High School Musicals is actually a close friend of ours, and he's been doing it all for us.
Yeah, that's good.
If you're talking about Frictionless Wipe, the most recent video we put out, the choreography in that was done by us. The choreography in Dim Sum Paradise was done by a very talented woman named Lexi Corcoran.
Yeah,
last name Corcoran.
Yeah.
But yeah, from here on out, any choreography that you see is going to be made by us.
Yep.
Now is it kind of knows your moves better?
Yeah,
moves like Jagger.
That's right.
Is it kind of one of those cases where you guys like started out and you brought some people in to help out, and then now you're able to take on those roles even more yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, the roles that we did in the beginning are still the roles that we continue to do now. So like all of the music, everything on the music side is pretty much handled by the three of us. The video stuff, we've started directing because we've learned from past experiences. Like we had never directed anything before. Now we've directed our last 2 videos. And the choreography stuff, like, we brought someone in, we saw what she did, and then we said, like, why don't we try and do that ourselves? Even like coloring the music videos, like we brought someone in, we saw what they did, and then Vinny said, he can do this. So we're like, okay, great. We don't have to pay someone else to do it. Vinny just,
Well, and I think that's the key, right? I mean, it obviously helps. Like, and I know that you guys do work real jobs and are actually on company time, obviously watching your own music. But when it comes down to like having jobs, like, do you see yourself being able to transition into a full-time music role?
I just did, man. I just put in my 2 weeks. I'm out of here.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Good for you, man. That is excellent.
I'm still working.
Same job.
Oh, you poor schmucks.
Our hands will be forced soon when we have to go on tour. Like our immediate goal is to get our album done and to go tour that album. And, it's going to be tough to work full-time jobs when we're touring all the time. So,
you gotta go big or go home.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And you have to make that decision to jump. I mean, it's hard to hold yourself back. If the opportunity's there, then you should jump at it.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what life is all about. High risk, high reward. Am I right?
High reward.
Am I right?
That's right.
Shoot your shot.
Yep. Or my favorite, no risk it, no biscuit.
I like that one too.
That's going to be added to the list. I'm going to say.
When do you like? How do you guys? How do you guys do the business side as well? Like, I mean, are you guys all part of the business aspect, not just the songs, but I mean, business is so important when it comes to music.
We are all part of the business. We are managing ourselves right now and trying to to, get in every meeting that we can and take every interview we can and juggle all of that stuff. But yeah, the business, we haven't really had an issue with all three of us. Just like we have a decision to make, we talk about what that decision is going to be, and we come to a conclusion. We have a rule that all three members have to agree, and most of the time we do. And so it's been pretty easy to navigate it on that side. I think as things start to get bigger, we may need to pull in other people, but for right now, these are the three brilliant business minds behind.
So much of what musicians make money on nowadays is the merchandise. You guys, of course, your merchandise is available on the YouTube. When you're going out on tour, is there going to be anything unique that's you guys are going to be bringing out for the fans?
So we got the graphic tees right now, and you can get them on our website. But we love to sell those at the shows for sure. So stay tuned. But definitely for our main show, we're gonna have custom merch.
Nice.
But we don't have like a Kyle Gordon OCT.
Now, do you guys have a more touring plan beyond these 4 shows? Or are you kind of going to let these 4 shows settle and then figure out how you do the bigger tour?
Yeah, I think that this is going to guide us. This is going to be our first time. We're focusing right now on like the actual performance of it all. But we have, I think it's going to mold it. We're going to figure out like what we have to do with it. I believe, I don't know what the situation is, but we'd like to, start in New York, do some shows here, be more consistent with it. And then eventually, take this across the country, across the globe.
We want to just lock in our show. So doing these few shows with Kyle, we have 2 other shows lined up in June in California that like, we're basically just treating all of this as practice, and we're just trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what we like doing, what songs are working, all of that, so that when we do put our tour together, it's the best thing that anybody's ever been to.
Yeah, we have like this big idea for like the on company time experience, and I think that doing these shows is going to teach us, how we're going to be able to fit that into this big idea that we have, what's doable, what's feasible, what's not. So, we're excited to see how we're going to make this, because we're finding out as everyone else is.
Yeah.
And in theory, also, you should be able to learn from Kyle Gordon some things, on stage, watching him and talking to him that'll help you also. So, it's
already
going to be a great experience.
Taught us a lot.
Yeah.
He's been a huge, mentor for what we're doing. And it's not a big network of people that are doing the type of music that we're doing. So having him in our corner and giving us, letting us know the mistakes that he made along the way and helping us to avoid making those mistakes, super valuable. Love the guy.
Yeah. Having one of the GOATs in like this world show us like what to do is great.
And what's crazy? We didn't know this, but we didn't know this until we worked with him. Kyle and I and Peter we went to the same elementary school. Like we had the same kindergarten teacher.
Wow. This still flying with me at that point. So
still just struggling to stay afloat.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was friends with his younger brother without knowing that Kyle was his older brother. Crazy.
That's hilarious. I mean, when it comes down to it, like, who else do you guys look up to for this kind of thing?
Mozart and the Beatles.
Yeah, Mozart and the Beatles are sort of our North Star. We're trying to be.
Mozart's freaking hilarious. I don't care what anybody says.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy, but he had his joke. No, we have a lot of creative inspiration in the comedy space, like Jack Black, Bo Burnham, Weird Al, definitely in the musical space, definitely the Beatles for sure.
Yeah, we draw more inspiration from musicians and bands than we really do comedians.
Yeah.
So it's mostly like studying artists and then like hearing music that we like and then saying, okay, now how can we make something that sounds like that but make it funny, as opposed to like listening to someone like Weird Al. Obviously he's on the Mount Rushmore of the stuff that we do, but for the angle that we're taking this, it's much more about the music. And so studying people like, you know, ABBA and like these 80s legends that we're basing our genre around and then making that funny is more so that's sort of how we do our studying.
But then also, you know, with the music also comes the video element of what we're doing too. So like we also pull inspiration from a bunch of like actual visual comedy. And, you know, we always have like kind of a thing in our head, like, would this be something that you would laugh at on SNL? You know, we try to keep we want the, where we're trying to hit, the expectations are high for ourselves, you know? So we want to hit that mark.
We really
go ahead. Please go ahead.
Want to be the best to ever do this. That's our full intention.
Yeah, we want to be the best at every single element of this.
And you have that sketch background, Vinny. What is that background that you have in the sketch comedy?
Just as like any of these other influencers, you know, when I was younger, I was making YouTube videos and stuff. I went to school for broadcasting. And, you know, from there, COVID hit and I started making TikToks. So that's that. It really is that simple. But, you know, but it's gotten way broader now with the music videos, because now we're doing like real productions and stuff. So, you know, at least me specifically, I'm able to apply like what's been in my brain to an actual production. And now I have these two guys here too, that we're all doing it together. So it's become, this is the biggest it's ever been, is making these videos.
Yeah, because it really looks like you guys started with that whole Fortnite Battle Pass thing, and then just grew up from there.
In this room. In this room,
yeah. But you can even tell in videos like that, like, you know, that there's a deeper composition. Like we're just shooting it on an iPhone, but there, like, you know, hypothetically, if you were to shoot something like that with the same idea in a studio with like a real, CGI team or whatever, it could have been something like
bigger,
pretty crazy. Yeah, it's all about budget.
It's all about budget. When it comes to the videos, we're really able to make this music on a very low budget because we are able to do 99% of it in-house. But it's when it comes to these videos that we're limited by how much money we can spend on it.
And for anybody who's watching, know that any like purchase towards anything that we sell or it all goes back to the videos.
Yeah.
Like we've like literally like every single cent goes back into the videos, back into the music.
We haven't taken a penny out of what we've made. It's all gone directly back into these videos. That's why the production quality has been able to like steadily increase. Because anything we make has gone back into making more of this stuff. And that's what we plan to do for as long as we can.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's no question that Frictionless Wipe is certainly, you know, again, another step up for you guys and hiring talent and that kind of thing. So
yeah, who is the lady who performs a Frictionless Wipe? I was going to ask that because she's great.
The best.
Grace
Ryder,
an absolute icon, a legend, funniest person you'll ever meet. I mean, she legit. I've never laughed that hard from just like a rant. Like she'll first off, she'll crush the whole take like that. What you guys are seeing is legitimately, it's got to be like 3 max takes. Like we just took the best moments from it, but she ran with it. And then for each take at the end, she would have like some like joke or some improv thing that would actually level the room.
The whole crew was dying.
Yeah. Like we were like halfway through, like afterwards, we were like, okay, like when we work with Grace Kim, like we need to just mic her up the whole time. Because it's a music video, so have like audio other than the sketch. So like we were literally like, we need her mic'd up all the time.
Yeah.
She is the funniest. Like I've never.
She elevated it. She elevated that video. She made it what it was. I mean, what a performance!
It was amazing when she jumped up, started singing and dancing. Oh, pardon me?
No, so I was just saying, go check her out on social media. To people watching, if you don't follow her, please follow her. She's incredible.
Yeah, when she jumps up and starts dancing and singing, and it caught me off guard. I was like, "This is amazing! This is just next level."
Behind the camera, we're all like, would not expect that. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And she just fucking killed it. She's my friend. Excuse my friend.
That's all right. We speak French pretty fluently ourselves.
Landed like 3 sayings in a row.
Whipped out a bunch of great sayings.
Yeah, I think that's pretty impressive.
You know, with
the
right in a hard place and extra piece in a pod. You know,
horse can only drink.
Horse can only drink the camel's water.
Like, you can lead a horse to water. You can actually make a drink.
It's always bigger in Texas, and you know.
At the end of the day, it's all about striking that balance.
Yeah.
We have found if you answer any question, if you don't know the answer to any question, you can say at the end of the day, it's all about finding that balance.
Yeah.
It usually works.
Well, I mean, and that is the corporate in you there. If you can figure out the right buzzwords, then you'll be fine for the rest of your life.
You can circle back.
Yeah. So then when do you guys figure that you'll have a new song out?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, we got a new song coming out Friday. This is you have the exclusive drop on that. We have when is this podcast coming out?
It'll be sometime this week. We'll get it up sometime this week, but I'm not sure which day.
We got a song coming out on Friday and a new music video. It's called Myrtle Beach. It's with Kyle Gordon. We went to Myrtle Beach, had the greatest weekend of our lives, and filmed a music video for our new song Myrtle Beach. It's coming out on Friday. It's really, really funny and really, really catchy.
It's electric.
You
guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I do look forward to it, and I mean, you guys have been amazing to talk to. So please tell everybody where they can keep up with you guys, how they can find you, watch the videos, all that stuff.
We're good at this. Go rip it.
Guys, you can check us out on YouTube, OCT. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. Check us out on Spotify. Please listen to all our music. Same name, same thing. And I mean, we're touring. Guys, please remember, check us out. May 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. We're going to be in Minneapolis, Chicago, Columbus, and Pittsburgh. You guys are going to want to check us out. We're opening for the great Kyle Gordon. It's going to be an electric show. And stay tuned. We got some great stuff coming.
Myrtle Beach on Friday, this Friday, May 9th. New music video, new song, and OCTmusic.com is really where you should be going to if you want to see everything that we do.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Yeah, everything I just listed, it's all there.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Luke, Vinny, Peter, OCT, really appreciate you guys being on the show, and certainly wish you nothing but the best in the future. And thank you so much.
Thank you guys. It was so much fun.
Thank you for having us.
This
was
so
awesome.
much.
Absolutely. We'll have
this.
you on after you've done some live shows and you're ready to tell us those stories.
Oh, yeah.
And we will have stories.
Yeah. Well, that's the goal, right?
Yeah. We got to create that dad lore.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you guys.
See you guys.
All right.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.